Hello guys, welcome back to the stream. This is day 2 of me getting back into shape, basically. Trying to go back to the basics and try to go back to a time where I was just an insane, incredible bass player. Just unbelievable. Just really obscure, nobody would have ever heard of me, but boy was I good. In any case, I'm going to go through the silly little exercises that we went through yesterday, just because they're very good, they're very helpful, and they help you really get more command over your left hand and more control over the sound that comes out of your bass, which ultimately is the thing that matters most. So I've got my little click set up here at a leisurely tempo of 65 today, because we're a certain percentage level, certain percentage amount better than yesterday already. If you can't tell, I'm sure you will at the end of this. So we're going to start as we did yesterday with our very basic one finger per fret, sort of crawling up the neck. I'm going to start on fret 9, and I'll move the microphone a little bit so that you guys can see where I am. And the microphone's gone again. Here we go. So, let's do it. Click should be going now. Should be able to hear the click. No, the click is gone again. Gosh darn it. Okay, let me just do that real quick. So you're still rough around the edges, guys. I'm still figuring out how to set everything up, and here we go. You guys should be able to hear the click, which should be actually way too loud. Alright, so at this lovely tempo, we're going to start basically crawling up the neck, one finger fret, starting at fret 9 on the E string, and then we'll move to the A string, D string, G string, and then back down again. 3, 4. to get the blood flowing in your left hand. We're going to start I'm going to continue with the second variant, which is basically the same exercise, except this time I'm going to try and keep our fingers on a fret and only to switch between fingers the moment that particular finger is being solicited. It'll make sense once I start playing. This one is starting to get a little bit harder. Okay, 3, 4. That makes sense. I didn't know I could do it this fast. It's already some improvement, guys. Hopefully you're feeling it too. Let's start again. 3, 4. I've just realised I can't see the YouTube comments if there are any. Yes, we are live, I think. Quite possibly. Yeah, it looks like we've been live for 8 minutes. Brilliant. Well, nobody's watching yet. Well, maybe somebody is. Maybe somebody's going to join in a minute. Actually, maybe my older brother's going to join us tonight. It'd be nice to see him on the stream. Gilles, if you're here, comment. What was next? After this little bit of exercise. I was thinking yesterday that there's something I probably should have mentioned that I don't think I hear people talk about very often, which is the thumb position at the back of the neck. Let me move this a little bit. Actually, I'll do something like this for a bit, so that you guys can see the back of my hand a little bit better. All right, actually, this could work. All right, cool. It's actually really difficult to do this particular exercise of only moving your finger to the next string once it's being asked to move, was necessary to play the next note. It's the thumb position at the back. It's not so much something you can see when I'm in this position, but at the back of it, you can see that it's really crucial that my thumb supports the entirety, is really in the middle of that sort of space between my fingers. Because if your thumb's over here, there's absolutely no chance that you'll have enough sort of pressing strength to offer enough stability and give enough pressure to the string. So it's really good if your thumb is right in the middle, right there. Usually it's a good sort of rule of thumb to have it. If you're going to play a set of notes and you know where you're going next, let's say you're playing it just. Well, actually, I've got enough strength here, but my thumb is definitely not over here. It's right there in the middle, always supporting, always somewhere between the note I'm playing and the note I'm going to play next. Because, it just avoids me shifting the whole frame over on the neck. That's just not necessary. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Play the correct way. Make your life easier, if you're going to do. Simple major scale in sort of one system of notes. There's absolutely no way you're going to be able to play it if your thumb is not firmly in the middle. You see what I mean? It's like it's supporting you. It's what's a good metaphor for it? It's just like a clamp. It's a clamp. If you're going to clamp something, you're not going to clamp it on the edge, on one edge of the thing. It has to be reciprocating the strength that your fingers will have to exert on the neck. So super important to do that. And definitely something to consider when you're facing some technical challenges is, well, consider that. It's a bit like debugging your left hand position. When you're playing relatively complex things that move really fast over the neck, it's a really good idea to deconstruct it and think, okay, I'm starting here. I'm starting it. Brilliant. But if I know I'm going to have to spend some time between this F note on the E string and that D over there, then, well, there's no point in me keeping my thumb there. Obviously, I'm going to have to switch positions at some point because I can only stretch so far. But it's at least one extra point of failure to consider when it comes to approaching technique and really offering yourself the best sort of structural support for your hands, which will also lead to just an overall better tone. If your fingers are well supported, you'll find it way easier to move from one position to the other, because it's just, I was going to say it's just common sense, but it's not really. I don't think I've ever heard people talk about this, but it's really something that sort of dawned on me at some point when I was trying to play a fairly complicated run. So again, another really cool stretching exercise for the left hand. If I can. See, this is a really good sort of string switching exercise as well. Really fantastic for just stretching, really, and putting your fingers in just really unusual positions. Therefore, that makes you just more versatile. And when it comes to improvising, if you're just playing a gig and just something pops into your head and you're like, oh gosh, that sounds like, I think that little riff or that little line might work really well in this particular space that I've just been given. Obviously, it's like an instant thing. You don't reason like that live, otherwise the thing will just go by and you'll have missed an opportunity to shine and really impress your bandmates. And now you're not even playing anymore. You're just talking to nobody. The audience is looking a little bit puzzled at you. So this little exercise, I'll probably go through it some other time, but just to give you a sort of overview. Oh gosh, it's such a cool line. It's from an actual tune, a Brazilian tune. I'll find it. I'll remember where it is. Bonsoir, Tonton Gahu. Tonton Gahu est de retour. J'espère qu'il a sa basse en main avec nous. Sorry guys, I'll be switching a little bit of between French and English a little bit tonight. We've got still no signs of my brother. Where's my brother? Somebody has his number. Drop him a line. Should be here. Totally forgot the next phase of this stretching program that I suppose I'm working on myself. In any case, this little exercise, it's just one pattern that switches from one position to the other, and you just repeat the pattern all the way up and all the way down if you want. Actually, I've never tried it all the way down, but it's a really cool exercise, especially for the right hand. But I'm not there yet. I'm taking it really easy for the. I'm taking it really easy for the time being, because I'm still in a little bit of pain in that forearm. Silly me. Oh, it's a shame, Toto Gahu. You haven't had your bass in your hands for the past year. Is it because is it in a different place? Where is the bass? Where is the bass? If it's in a different room, that's not good enough an excuse. Should be right next to you at all times. at all times. Doesn't matter if you're changing diapers or cooking, the bass should always be right next to you. Kids, yeah, there we go. That's the second excuse. Hey, kudos for taking the time to raise them. It's probably more important than playing bass, but probably no, it's definitely more important than playing bass. All right, time for some pain. Time for the English spider, which is not the French spider, which is wrong. It's not called the French spider. It's me. It's just a cop out. Absolute cop out. This exercise, we went through it yesterday, but for those who weren't paying attention, and I know there's lots of you, we're going to be playing essentially one finger per fret again, except every other finger will be playing the same note, but on the string below it, as a kind of like a seesaw pattern. Should have said that yesterday. Seesaw pattern. That's so much more visual, so much easier to understand. Anyway, it works like this. 3, 4. And now we're going to switch between the E string and the D string. But the principle is the same. Still that seesaw thing. Taking it really slow because the pain is the point. And now we're going to do it between the E string and the G string. Hey, I need to spend more time on this one. This is just great content, isn't it? It's just absolutely fantastic. Playing absolutely non-musical lines for ages and ages. Okay, let's try it a little bit faster this time because it's really good to have a little bit of add a little bit of agility to it. I'll call the switches. Switch. One last time. And switch. Okay, left hand is feeling pretty warmed up. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Again, difficult to see. When I've got enough money, I'll buy myself another camera that I'll put somewhere at the back here, so that, or maybe on top, so that there's a sort of, it's easier to see the thumb and the positioning in relation to the rest of the fingers. And it's absolutely true to the rule in this case that that particular exercise, it just absolutely requires you to be very vigilant when it comes to your thumb positioning. If you're here, absolutely no chance you're going to be able to play that. Thumb has to be bang in the middle of the neck and right. It has to be some sort of triangle. There we go. You see here? Has to be somewhere in the middle, somewhere between. It's always generally going to be a little bit closer to your index finger. But as a rule of thumb, it's got to be supporting, reciprocating both fingers as much as possible. That's just a nifty little trick, nifty little tip. Not a trick that much, as much, but. What else did I want to talk about today? Noise mitigation. That's a little bit more on the right hand aspect of things. But first, I'm going to tell you exactly how I injured myself. Silly me. Why did I do that? I'm about to do it again, so that's even stupider. You guys will probably recognize this amazing tune. They're gonna Red Hot Chili Peppers. Always a copyright strike. Anyway, I'll just play a little bit of it, but you get the gist of it. Look at the left hand, right hand. Sorry, on your left side. Look at my right hand. Play the right note even better. That's it, guys. That's 34 seconds. God damn it, that's definitely a copyright strike. Sorry for swearing as well. That's all right. That's right. Copyright strike every now and then. Yeah. Who cares? Who cares? Yeah. They'll get their money one way or another. They always seem to. So that's the song that hurt my right hand. And although I definitely do recommend it as an exercise. Don't do it if you haven't played your bass properly in a few weeks, or a few months, or a year. I'm looking at you, Tonton Gaillou. Definitely don't start with that. I mean, I don't know how good you are, but it doesn't matter if you're Hadrian Feraud or Flea himself. Can't play that song without warming up, and without reconditioning your right hand forearm muscles. It's a terrible idea. Because, well, I hurt myself. All right, I don't know if I'm going to do a very long stream today. I'll probably play a little bit more of that. Just go through these exercises I went through yesterday, just because I have to go through them. So it's probably easy. I mean, it's more enjoyable, definitely, to share them again and explain them, because it just reminds me why they're good exercises and why they should be a part of every bass player's arsenal, really. I was talking about the French spider, which is not French. It's probably the Belgian spider. I'll call it the Belgian spider because I think it's my. I'll talk about my great mentor, Mr. Stéphane Deville, some other time. Absolutely fantastic bass player in Belgium who taught me just a ton of things. He's an actual Mr. Miyagi of the bass. Just a really great teacher. Not a very technical guy, but absolutely fantastic at getting the best out of you as a player, independently of what's the way to say that? He was just really good at seeing what you were good at and what you were not so good at. And depending on who you wanted to be as a bass player, he would sort of push you to explore a bit more, spend a bit more time on your weaknesses, or just play to your strengths. If you're in a metal band, the guy's not going to ask you to just, improvise and play jazz, although it's a great thing to have regardless, but unless you wanted to. But in my case, I just wanted to be a session bass player. And the guy really took that to heart, and he just taught me, he just took me through my weaknesses every single week. Every week we'd spend an hour just honing in on the things that I was not good at all. Which at the time was timing, placement, tone, and just playing really simple pop songs, and trying to simplify the bass lines as much as possible, really strip them back, so that you're literally just left with the bare bones of it, and it's just you, and a couple of notes per bar. So there's no room for mistake. If your timing isn't excellent on those notes, well, there's not another one just covering up for that one, just like Indiana Jones, just switching the skull, It was just an absolutely fantastic teacher. And if I had his socials, I would absolutely share them with you guys, because this bass player, Stéphane Deville in Belgium, an absolute Zen master. Zen, because students are not always easy. I certainly wasn't easy when I was 17. But hey, time for the Belgian spider, which I've now renamed in his honor. The Deville spider, the devilish spider, which is also a bit of a left-hand stretching exercise, because we're playing over the span of 5 frets. We're also moving that whole sort of pattern across the neck all the way up, and then finishing with a really awkward chord where it's kind of weird and inconvenient to play. But I'll take you through it. It's really simple. We're going to start with the index finger on the C note C, the third fret of the A string, then G, fifth fret on your D string, and a D on the G string, which would be the seventh fret on your G string. And we're going to play these three notes as a sequence. And now we're going to repeat this exact position, this exact spacing. We're going to move it and start it on A, on the E string. We'll play A, an E on the A string. So that's fret 7. I know this. Fret 7 on your A string and a B on your D string. So starting from the beginning, C, G, D, A, E, B, and then the same pattern again, starting on the note E on your second string, on your A string, third string, whatever, and play that same pattern again. So from the beginning, and then penultimate position on D flat. So that's 9th fret on your E string, and play the same pattern, always a fifth apart. If that's how you think, it's just, I think in diagonals, because, you know, I'm stuck at age 5 with shapes. So, and then for this last position, we're just going to move this structure 1 fret, 1 semitone up to D, and play the same pattern. And with our ring finger, we're going to play an A flat, which would be fret 13 on your G string, and hold that position until it really, really, really hurts, because it does really hurt. It is a really awkward chord. So starting from the beginning again. Hills of Belgium. I picture the hills of Belgium every time I listen to this. Start again. Every time you make a mistake, it's good practice to do it all over again every single time, because it'll make you better. It will also frustrate the hell out of you. But hey, life's frustrating, man. Life is hard. This is just, it's a good thing to just be prepared for it. And this devilish spider exercise, devilish Belgian spider, will definitely gosh, that's enjoyable, isn't it? It's absolutely fantastic stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to play a little song because I heard it today, and I was like, how have I never heard this song? I know, if you guys know Boz Scaggs, Bozscaggs, guy who I think is a singer-songwriter guy, got really famous in the 70s, and then he's just never stopped. The guy's output is just, it's amazing. And this particular song, I don't know exactly when it came out. Let's have a look. Anyway, I want to play it, so yeah. Basically, ignore the mistakes. I'm going to figure it out as I go along, because it's a really cool track. And then I'm going to love you and leave you. I did hear it a couple of times today. I think there's a bridge here, which is really cool. Oh. Oh, sax. Gosh. Just makes you want to sit back and relax. Oops, mate. Ooh, bridge again. Okay, I know this.
Say, what do you think of gentlemen wearing me? Gentlemen soft, but you just ask
I didn't know it.
of you for looking around when
I need to figure this out. Is that it? Is that E flat? That's just a. Is that just an E flat then? Yeah, that's what it is. Dun, 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 dun. So it's just an augmented, some kind of augmented dominant. Oh wow, really cool, really cool song. Anyway, guys, this tune is called Jojo. Jojo by Buzz Skaggs, and I think it's a keeper. I think I'm going to put it in my playlist and never let it go, and force my children to listen to it as well. Lovely. What if you guys have any song suggestions that you'd like to listen to? Please send me suggestions, because well, I just can't get enough of them. There was this amazing song I was playing on the intro today, which is definitely something I'll come back to, because I've been using this song as a practice aid for a long time, because it's really, really good for string skipping on the right hand, and also just the timing has to be freaking impeccable to play that song. And I still not right. It's the bass line is actually a synth bass, as you'll hear. It sounds like it's pretty obvious. It's not meant to sound like an electric bass, but there's a way to sort of emulate it, and it's a cool sort of trick to have in your bag as well, to be able to sort of emulate this kind of synthesizer sound, if not exactly the same kind of sound, but at least the intention. Maybe you'll hear what I mean when I play it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to stop playing now and let you guys go back to your lives. Thank you very, very much for having a little play with me. And I'll definitely come back to this song, because the bass line, not only is it really, really cool, it's also really hard to play. Again, very simple bass line, but it's really hard to play and have the bass line, if you isolated it on a recording, to have it perfectly silent. That's literally just, yeah, it's really, really great for string muting in the right hand, which is also an incredibly useful thing to have in one's arsenal. There we go. Guys, that's the end of this stream for today. It's a little bit shorter, but I'm going to try and figure out exactly how to do all that stuff. And you guys will know well in advance if I'm going to be streaming. It's going to be scheduled, I'll be on time, and my microphone is not going to switch off. Again, Tonton Gahu, thanks for joining me, if you're still here. Merci mille fois. And thanks for the help yesterday with helping me with the feedback with the audio and all that. That was a bit embarrassing, but hey. What's the saying again? It's not rotting teeth. Grinding teeth? Teething problems, that's the one, teething problems, of which I'm sure you're familiar with teething problems, but on a different level, because of kids. In any case, guys, thank you very much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll see you guys again tomorrow, or sometime this week. 100% I'll try to steam. Yeah, we'll be steaming through these streams. In any case, guys, thank you very much. Have a good night.